Well, we'll focus now on the developments with the Cross River State local government elections. Sir Patrick Otu joins us now. He's the chairman of Cross River State Independent Electoral Commission. Thank you for coming on this morning.
I'm grateful. I thank all viewers.
You do know that there's a lot of talk going about what went down with this election. Some of them accusing you squarely. APC, for instance, saying you had no business telling them not to contest, and they actually went to court about that.
Well, election is still an aspect that people will argue and debate when it comes. The Cross River State Electoral Commission, like all election management bodies, are founded by law. And we cannot go outside the law. Every aspect, we cannot take political decisions. It is not a political arm. It is purely and basically founded in law.
What did the law say in this respect?
You see, if we are centering on the registration of APC, merger of parties is a novelty in our political system. And so no law contemplates the merger of parties. The Cross River State Independent Electoral Commission, like all other CX, do not even register parties. Registration of parties is the sole responsibility of INEC. And you can bear with me that INEC, shortly after the registration of APC, referred us to the Electoral Act, Section 84(6). That the newly registered party shall only participate in elections after 90 days. We did not make the Electoral Act. We did not make the laws, but we only are guided by the law in carrying out our activities. So we cannot, except there is such a legislation, keep a party out of election contest. And indeed, while there are a lot of hues, is because by that registration, it is only Cross River State Electoral Commission that was by the corner. And so we feel, yes, the merger has come. We all yearn for it. We gone for it. We ask for it. We appreciate it. And so, but whatever has to accompany it by law has to be tidied up by the lawmakers and the judiciary, and not an electoral body, an electoral commission that only has to look at the law establishing it and what it guides it in carrying out its responsibilities.
But what they made to you was a simple request. They asked that the election date be shifted. I mean, what was sacrosanct about the date on which you conducted the elections?
Yes, shifting the elections. The Cross River State Electoral Commission has only an aspect in our law that will enable us shift elections, and it is about security. When there is an imminent breakdown of law and order, then we will shift the elections. And when you go into it, it is not again, because the commission is not the chief security officer of a state to come up and say, oh, there is an imminent danger, and so that imminent danger or security problem has to be raised even by the House of Assembly and the chief executive of the state.
Okay.
So thereafter we know that, oh, it means based on that, and that is what the law says.
But we had Agba Jalingo here.
Yeah.
He publishes Cross River Watch.
Yeah.
And he says that you actually kind of broached the idea to them to write requesting for a shift in the date of the elections. And when that was done, either between yourself and the House of Assembly, you suddenly reneged on that. Is that true?
You see, when a thing like that comes up, you actually will have spurious accusations. I consider it like that because people can turn around and make stories that will suit what is their perception. just like I said, because it is only by the question of security. Without that, how can even somebody who knows that there is no other window or opening that I will use to shift elections, even call me to discuss the matter of shifting the elections?
What informed the choice of the dates? That's what I'm curious
The
about.
date of election?
Yes.
The moment you plan for elections and you are issuing a notice of election, that day you are issuing notice of election, the date for the election is fixed. And so when we issued the notice of election on the 18th of March 2013, you can see the gap. You can see the distance.
Was there any application for extension by the APC?
APC did not write to us to extend, referring to any law. Their letter was an appeal. We will wish that you extend to accommodate us. And knowing that within the law, I don't have that propensity, I don't have such powers. The law did not provide. And like I say, you see, when a thing happens, it now brings to us the knowledge that the lawmakers and the judiciary should not get up and part up the matters, so that in due course, when such a thing happens, we will go through it smoothly. Because after maybe from 2015, after the general elections in Nigeria, we may have other parties again coming up to a
Now, talking about other parties, yes, apart from APC, which other party participated in this election?
NCP participated in the elections. PPA, that is Progressive People's Alliance, and the other one, National Conscience Party.
Okay, that's the NCP.
NCP participated, as well as ABGA, All Progressive Grand Alliance. They all participated. And if their chairmen were to be here, they will give a cogent account of what took place and the meetings I held, or the commission held, with all the political parties and so on.
If you look at some of the visuals we have there, yes, what specifically Agba Jalingo said on this program was that, well, even though that APC was denied participation in this particular election, well, some other party members, he says, the PDP, as well as some security officials, were thumb printing for the party.
Well, on the day of elections, the commission has the chairman and few members whose eyes and ears cannot span through the entire state. Indeed, you find all my commissioners in the field and I remain in the office. In the event that there is something wrong, that we need more materials and so on, I should dash out. So they were in the field. Even the commissioner of police, incidentally, is from Lagos State. He's aware of everything. He was in the field. All the security agencies. In fact, in the elections, we had about 4,000 something policemen sent to Cross River State. By the Inspector General of Police. So if maybe people are found thumb printing, generally in election conduct, even INEC, we have that problem, the problem of ad hoc staff. You recruited them, you trained them, and even when I give you the report of the observers, you will see that to a large extent they did very well. They tried. And if you like agents, we made IRS to train party agents before the elections. That is International Republican Institute. They came down in 2 centers, trained agents, and during the elections they were there to monitor some of those agents they trained. So all that took place. If somebody maybe in one place or so is found going contrary to the electoral processes, that person supposed to have been reported or ask the security agencies who were there to apprehend the person, and the person is dealt with according to law. We have all the laws, the electoral laws, that if anybody contravenes, then the law will take its course. But that has not been brought forward.
No report?
No report whatsoever.